Hey guys, I just got done making a soup for y'all, and excuse my crazy hair, I got out of the pool a little while ago. Anyway, so I made lentil soup. It's the red lentil soup, and it's so good. Super hearty. It's September now, today's Labor Day, and it's cooler in the mornings, and I mean the weather is about to change, so it's got me thinking of making stews and soups. So I'll show you what we got going on. It's just a quick little video. I wasn't even planning on making a video, but I thought, hey, I'm going to go ahead and cook, so I might as well just record the steps so that someone can learn how to make this delicious soup. I'll see you in a minute. We're going to go to the kitchen and get started. These are our ingredients that we're going to need today for the soup. We're going to make red lentils, which are really, really awesome. These are organic. We're going to need bell pepper, garlic, and we have like 6 different garlic cloves here. We're going to need onion, chicken broth, cumin powder. We're going to need a squash, spinach leaves, and we're going to be using pink Himalayan salt and pepper. All right, let's get to it. We're going to put oil in the pan, and we're going to be using extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to put about 3 tablespoons of oil in here. So about 1, 2, 3, and you can use as much as you want to. I think 3 tablespoons to saute my onions, bell pepper, and garlic. That should be plenty. And this bell pepper is actually from my own garden. I love that. The onions and the peppers, and I can use red peppers or yellow peppers, but I want to use green peppers because the lentils themselves are going to be like a reddish color, so I want to have a variety of color, because the prettier something looks, the more it's going to taste good to us. Anyway, so I'm going to saute these for a few minutes until they're translucent, and I'm going to add my salt directly here. And another ingredient that I didn't tell you I'm actually going to add sun-dried tomatoes. So we're going to go ahead and get those chopped up too and throw them in here. This brand, it's already chopped for me, so I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of this pesto, sun-dried tomato pesto, into my sauteing vegetables. Sun-dried tomatoes to my vegetables that are sauteing. And I'm going to add my salt here in a moment. Added my salt. I added about a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, which is wonderful. I can tell the difference whenever I eat. I rarely eat out, okay? But when I do eat out and I use regular table salt, I will start retaining fluid like crazy. I mean, my hands will start swelling up. But whenever I eat at home, my own food, that never happens. And I think it's because the pink Himalayan salt is so much better and so much lower in sodium than regular table salt. So I'm going to keep sauteing these vegetables, and in a couple of seconds here, I'm going to add my other vegetables. So I added the spinach, and I also added the garlic. The reason you don't want to add the garlic in with the onions and peppers in the beginning is because the garlic will actually burn if you put it in too soon. So we're actually just sauteing everything up, and the garlic goes in last. Does that not look beautiful? All those colors. I can't wait to show you the finished product. Okay, so we're just going to let this saute for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut up the squash and put it in here. I'm actually going to show you how I cut up my squash. I actually cut the top of it, and I'm just going to slide my knife down the sides and get this peel off of it. And we're not going to be using a huge piece. We're going to, and I'm going to cut it into pieces that aren't too small, because I love seeing this in my soup. This soup is organic, and it's so healthy for you, and your family's going to love it. If you think your kids may not like it, I don't know. Once they taste it, they'll love it, especially with all these vegetables. So I went ahead and down the sides, and I'm just going to cut the top off. And then we have a pretty good piece of the squash. And I'm going to chop this up and put it in there. So I'm just going to cut it down the middle. And down the middle again. And down the middle again. So now we have 4 big pieces. And these pieces I'm going to cut like into 3. And I'm going to toss that in there. Because I don't want this to actually disintegrate. I want these pieces to be pretty whole by the time it gets cooked. Alright, so let's keep cooking. Teaspoon of this Better Than Bouillon to my soup. I'm adding a second. Because I don't want this chicken flavor to be overpowering, but I do want it to flavor my soup. And I've already added 4 cups of water, filtered water, and I'm adding 4 more. We have a scoundrel here with us. That's my husband, Bill. So let me show you what we got going so far. How beautiful this is, and the lentils are not even in here yet. I'm going to let this come up to a simmer. And this has all of our vegetables in it. It has onions, garlic, green pepper. It has the green leafy vegetable. What is that vegetable again? Spinach and squash. And we've added our salt to it. As soon as I add the lentils to it, I'll add the cumin powder. Cumin gives it a really nice smoky flavor. What these lentils look like, they're tiny. Look at that. They're super tiny. Get this to focus. And they don't have any skin on them, so they cook super fast. Put them in there. We're going to go ahead and put a whole container. This is 16 ounces. We're going to put that whole container in there. But you can see how beautiful that's going to look. See that? And this is such a hearty soup. You guys are going to love it. For winter, we eat a lot of different stews and soups. Here, guys, I'm going to put in 3 bay leaves. Bay leaves give it an amazing flavor. I use bay leaves pretty much with everything that's got sauce in it. If any like chicken that's made, like chicken fricassee, any of those type of dishes, I always put bay leaves in it. They're awesome. All right, so all of our ingredients are in now. I may or may not put the tomato sauce because we did put the sun-dried tomatoes in here. So we're going to let this simmer for about 45 minutes or so on medium heat, and then once the squash is soft, it's pretty much done. And I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and put a potato in here also. So I'm going to peel up a potato and put it in there just because it's going to look beautiful. I added 2 potatoes in here. I cut them up about just slightly smaller than I cut up the squash, because I believe they'll take less time to cook. But does that not look so beautiful? And I tell you, you can pretty much put any vegetable you want in here. I love these vegetables. To me, these vegetables are hearty and they look pretty together. If I had some plantains, I would put some plantains in here. Also, you can put ears of corn cut in pieces in here. It's just amazing. You can, if you wanted to add meat to it, you can. I prefer not to. This is a vegetarian dish, but hey, it's delicious. Thing I added was the cilantro. So that's the last thing that I added to the soup. So now this is going to simmer. I'm going to put a cover on it, and then I really want it to be soupy because I'm going to make some white rice to serve this over. So I'm going to, once I see how it's simmering down, once it's all said and done, I'm going to probably add more water to it. So I'm going to taste it for salt after it's cooked down, and I add more water to it. So I may or may not add more salt to it, but we'll see, because all of these flavors are just so good together. Anyway, I'll show you the end result. The soup has been simmering for about 20 minutes now. It's not completely done, but you can see how much thicker it is. The lentils have all broken up and they're all soft. You can see how much thicker and put together it looks. And I tasted it for salt, and it is delicious. Amazing. How delicious this looks. It is piping hot still, but I tasted it and it is so good. I hope you try this recipe. Please leave me any questions, or if you want to see me do any kind of recipe for you, please leave me a comment on the comment section and anything that you want to see. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe and share my videos with your friends and family. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Just gonna taste the soup.
It's delicious.
Oh, tasting the soup.
Like always. We're testing.
Oh my God! Oh my God, that's the best soup I've ever had. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh, that's amazing.
Little overkill. What do you really think about it?
It's delicious.